Welcome to Lost Culture, your one-stop destination for everything pop culture. My name is Aston, and for today's Lost movie news, our first story is the box office. So, Moana is basically heading number one once again, third time in a row. So the last 3 weeks we see Moana as number one. This week was at an 18.8 million bring-in, and that's actually really good. It actually was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. It's definitely a great movie for empowering young girls and everything. So I think this is a great movie to be up there number one. We see for number two, The Office Christmas Party is came in at number two, 17.5. Not too far behind Moana. It's this first week out today. It's actually not bad numbers. It's like I said, it's really close between Moana and Office Party, and even if Office Party would have had better reviews, it probably would have took over the first slot. Because we seen Office Party was doing really big numbers at the beginning of the weekend, and I think those poor critic reviews actually might have hurt it. Once everybody got in there and they could talk about it, we see it was that it basically took a hard dip in there. So if this movie would have been good, it definitely would have been number one. But since it kind of struggled, it's still at number two. I'm pretty sure this was anticipated on everybody's, one of everybody's movies. The trailers look amazing for it. It looks like a pretty funny movie, and the cast was great. So this movie, if it would have been just a little bit better, it would have been decent. It would have been number one. I think right now it's sitting at 43% on Rotten Apple. On Rotten Apples. So it would have just been a little bit better. It probably would have took the number one spot. And going on from there, number three, we got Fantastic Beasts pulling in another 10.8 million. We got Arrival, my personal favorite movie of the year. It comes in at number four with 5.6. And we had Doctor Strange coming in at fifth. They come in the fifth spot with 4.6. And then to round off the top 10, we got Allied with 4.0. We got Nocturnal Creatures with 3.2. We got Hacksaw Ridge. It's Manchester, I'm sorry about that, with 3.2. We had Trolls with 3.1. And we have Hacksaw Ridge bringing in 2.3. Now, this doesn't surprise me at all. Hacksaw Ridge is a pretty good movie. It deserves to be up there. It's a lot smaller, and with that said, it's not gonna do as much money as the other films and everything. It's been out for a while too, so it's just amazing that small films like this, and it obviously had Andrew Garfield in it, but this was a much smaller film. I'm glad to see that it's still up there doing numbers. It's gonna be up there for a while. I think even next week Trolls will probably fall out. Oh, I'm lying, because Star Wars comes. Yeah. Disney's gonna have 3 movies in the top 10 next week. I just realized that Disney's gonna have Doctor Strange, and they're gonna have Moana, and they're gonna have Star Wars. Disney is having a big year. Well, obviously they're having a big year. They already hit their record numbers already, but they still have. I forgot Rogue One was part of Disney. I didn't forget Rogue One was coming out, but Rogue One is still slated to come out this year. Oh, Disney. Oh, Disney is just rolling in dough right now. They're just rolling in money. Oh my God. This is a big year for Disney. So, going on from there, we got our first look at Fast 8. Now, this trailer was amazing. I love Fast and the Furious. I am a Fast and the Furious fan. I even like Tokyo Drift. This is how big of a Fast and the Furious fan I am. I even like Tokyo Drift. And what I do is, from time to time, I will literally watch all 7 of them. I'll go from 1, 2, skip Tokyo Drift, go right to 4, 5, 6, then Tokyo Drift, and then go to 7. I, that's how that's how serious it is for me. I ain't got the little collector edition that came in like the tire. Yeah, I'm a really big Fast and the Furious fan. I can't wait for this movie to come out. It's actually expected to come out on April 14th, 2017. And in this trailer, we get to see basically the premises of the film. Nobody knew what was going on, but now we found out. We heard about the issues on set with The Rock. Well, between Dwayne Johnson and other male castmates. Like, he basically got on Instagram and said like he loves all of his female castmates, but sometimes the males just act like candy asses or act like divas. And reports are saying it was talking about Vin Diesel, and I guess we can kind of understand it now, since Vin Diesel is basically taking basically the story, putting the story on his back, and turned into a bad guy. He is the bad guy, and it's actually really cool to see that. We've only seen Toretto be the bad guy a couple of times. Now that I think about it, we've seen Toretto bad guy number 1. He was the bad guy number 4. Well, he wasn't the real bad guy, but we've seen Toretto on the run at number 4. So yeah, it's not that serious, but it's cool to see Toretto's back on the bad side. We see when everybody was trying to figure out why Hobbs was locked up. Now we know, like, basically Dom set him up. He betrayed them, and well, that's what I'm assuming. Whatever because the cops was chasing them, so whatever they were just doing was illegal. And when Dom pushed him over like the rail, or whatever, we see that maybe he got arrested from that. Now, going on through there, we get to see all the stunts and everything. We get to see Taj and Tyrese going at it. We get to see, who else do we see? Roman and Taj going at it. Who else did we get to see? We get to see Letty's back into it. The computer hacker, I forgot her name off the last one, but we see she actually returned for this film. And everybody knew Jason Statham was coming back. And we get to see he's actually going to be joining the team. He's taking over, I guess, Dom's place. Or I think Hobbs taking over Dom's place. I don't know what Jason Statham his role is going to be, but we see he's in it. It's cool to see how this film is going to turn out. Like I said, I'm a big Fast and the Furious fan, and I love seeing everything going on. Now, going on from there, it's like basically Fox came out and announced Spider-Man 2 and Bad Boys 4. Yeah. Bad Boys 3 hasn't even came out yet. Spider-Man hasn't even came out yet. I'm just like, how do they? I don't know. So Spider-Man is slotted for July 7, 2017, and we think it was 19 for Spider-Man 2, but it's crazy to see like this confidence that I'm not Fox. I'm sorry about that. Sony. It's crazy to see the confidence that Sony now has with its franchises. Because we see just a couple years ago, they were like, they didn't know what they were going to do with Spider-Man. They couldn't figure out what they were going to do. They were literally getting ready to do an Aunt May spinoff. And now we're at a point where Spider-Man is a big hit. We see Tom Holland, everybody's falling in love with him as Spider-Man. We see he's in the Marvel films. He did great in Captain America. He's doing great with all of the little shots that we see of him and Zendaya and the rest of the gang together. We see them doing amazing work together. Now we see they obviously have a lot of confidence in this film. No one expected Spider-Man to fail just by the reaction that it's getting right now. So we see Spider-Man, it was no-brainer. We knew it was coming, but it's just so crazy that we actually got the announcement before the films even came out. And going on from there, we see Bad Boys 3 and 4. Bad Boys 3 is slotted for 2018. It's slotted for January 12th, 2018. Now, I believe Bad Boys 4, also slotted for 2019, and it's gonna be cool to see these. Like, I don't know how good Bad Boys 4 is gonna do. I think they're gonna need Bad Boys 3 to be a transition film. Like, Bad Boys can just be like more of a mantle. Like, it could be a mantle. It doesn't have to be the same people every film. They can actually switch it up. I think they could use Martin and Will this could be their last film, and they can just transition. They don't have to be their last film. They can still be in 4, but as them being the main characters, they can use this number 3 basically transition into a new set of partners, a younger set of partners which would be a cool thing to work at. Like, I do like Bad Boys. It's by far not my favorite series. I do like Michael Bay does with it, and a lot of people don't like Michael Bay's directing, but he directed Bad Boys 2, and I actually enjoyed it. It's a really good film for what it was. I haven't seen the film in years, so I don't know if it holds up, but beyond that, like, I really enjoyed the film. It was actually a great film. I love Bad Boy 1, I love Bad Boy 2. I love when Marcus is like, yeah, I just enjoy it. Like, I love Will's character, honestly. Like, my life. So that's actually like when Marcus is trying to be Mike Larry. But we see like, I'm not really excited for Bad Boys 3 and 4, honestly, but there's a market for it. We see for the nostalgic movies are actually big this year, and so it really makes sense for them to do it. I don't know if it's going to be a hit or it's going to be a flop, but obviously they have high hopes. They believe in the film. Like, they already greenlighted Bad Boys 4. And just like a month or two ago, we couldn't even get Will Smith to admit that he's going to be in this film. We didn't even know if he was going to be in this film. He said he would talk to people, but he doesn't really have anything locked down yet. And so I don't know what happened with the DC universe. Maybe they don't plan on using him anytime soon yet. But we see he has time to make these next 2 Bad Boy movies, so we can just get these, shot, shipped up, and we'll see how these turn out. Now, going on from there, like, we're going on to Assassin's Creed. This must have been the week of trailers, because we had so many new trailers this week, and it's only right for Assassin's Creed to come out. This movie is slotted for December 21st, so this movie is right around the corner. We got Rogue One this week, and then we have Assassin's Creed the week after. Now, do I think Assassin's Creed is going to be number 1? No. I honestly think Rogue One is going to be number 1 for the next couple weeks. I understand why they're doing it, just in case it does flop. I'm not saying it's going to flop. I haven't heard anything about it, but Assassin's Creed, I think if it flops next week, it'll fly under radar due to the fact that Rogue One is so big. Star Wars is just such a big monster, like it's a behemoth. It'll be okay for Assassin's Creed to flop under it. It wouldn't be okay for the series, but it'll just be, oh, Assassin's Creed came and then it left, all while the hype of Rogue One is still large out there. And I think it'll do good numbers anyway, just because all the people who can't get in to see Rogue One, they'll probably, because it is the holiday weekend, so Rogue One is going to be folding over. We got Fences coming out next week. There's actually a lot of really good, small but good movies coming out next week. I think I'm going to go see Fences next week too, so I'm definitely going to be in tune for that. Now, going on from there, another Will Smith story. So we got Will Smith coming out. He's just talking about how he went through the decision process of choosing Suicide Squad over what was that? Independence Day Resurgence. Yeah, that movie was so bad. It was so bad. I went to it and I was like, why? I hated myself through that whole movie. I wanted to walk out so bad, but I was there with someone, so yeah, I couldn't walk out. But besides that, Will came up. He said one of the main reasons that he didn't do the film is because it was one of his first films. He said he knows about the big nostalgia. Like I said, 2016 was a big nostalgia year. A lot of films were made off of just strictly nostalgia factor. A lot of them didn't do well, hence Independence Day. But we see Will Smith decided to turn it down because he felt like at this point of his career, it wasn't really what he needed. Like he's already done it before. He wanted to try something new. He never tried. Like this is really his first real superhero movie. He has Hancock. What else he got? He has Man in Black. I'm trying to think of other superhero type movies that Will Smith has done. But like a lot of the movies are, you can kind of say, like, air quote, they are superhero movies because a lot of his films are action movies where he does play an action hero. But as far as like a comic book movie, he's really only like his real comic book movie would be Suicide Squad. And yes, it didn't do good critically, but it did great as far as box office wise. And that's all that's not all you really hope for. It did decent with critic reviewing, so it did better than Batman vs Superman. But we see the reason he turned it down because it's something he's done before, and he wanted to basically branch out and try something new. And I can't really fault him for that because we seen what Independence Day turned out to be. It could have been better if he was in it. I doubt it, but it would have been a different story. Although it definitely would have been a different story based on the fact that Will Smith was still alive. But I think he made the right decision in turning down Independence Day for Suicide Squad. At least Suicide Squad actually has available market for him to actually branch out. We see he actually was kind of the main character as Deadshot, so he made the right decision in my opinion. Now, sticking in the DC universe, we got our first news about the Justice League 2 film. It's kind of bittersweet because we just found out that Justice League 2 is being pushed back. We see that Ben Affleck's The Batman film will be taking its slot though. So like I said, it's bittersweet. It's great news to find out where Ben Affleck's film is actually going to take place. Not take place, but when it's going to land on the on the release date. And I'm glad to see that. Everybody's being Cameron like, whoa, when is it going to come? When is it going to come? We know what we're getting. And and I love the fact, because Batman is one of my favorite superheroes. He's not my favorite, but he's one of them. SpiderMan is actually my favorite. And Flash is my favorite DC Universe hero. But I do like Batman. He's probably like my third, because Jon Stewart too. It's Flash, Jon Stewart, then Batman for DC. I don't know what it is. It's just how I am. I love those two characters before Batman. Now, I'm actually really excited for this Batman film. Batman vs Superman. I was a fan of the concept. Let's say that. I like the ultimate version, whatever they call it, the extended version, better than the theatrical version. And then for Suicide Squad, I was kind of let down. My expectations were really high for Suicide Squad. I seen the extended edition. I really couldn't tell what was different from that in the original one. But yeah, so my feelings really didn't change for Suicide Squad. But next is Wonder Woman. I do still have high hopes for DC Universe. I just wish they just take a step back, relax, and let the universe form itself, and don't try to jam pack through everything. But hey, I'm excited for the Batman's movie. I'm kind of sad that the Justice League film was pushed back. But hey, it gives it more time to actually flesh out the story a little bit more, tweak some improvements here and there, and it should be for the best. It actually is for the best, regardless if you want to believe it or not. It is for the best, and I'm glad to see that. Now, going on from there, we got a film that's coming out at the end of this week called Rogue One. Rogue One, the reviews are starting to spill in, and hey, what can we say? They're mostly positive. A lot of people are upset that it says a lot of fan service. So if you don't read the books and things of that nature, you're gonna miss a couple of the jokes, or you're gonna miss some the Easter eggs. But beyond that, the film itself is a great film. From all the reviews that are coming in, all the news we're seeing, everyone is actually loving this film for the most part. Not everyone, just the majority of individuals are enjoying this film. I think it was either like 93 or 97. I can't remember where it was at on Rotten Tomatoes when I checked before I started. But regardless, this film is going to be great regardless of how everything turns out. Now, going on from there, we got James Gunn is coming out and he's talking about Baby Groot. He's trying to let people know Baby Groot was not just a marketing ploy. He actually served the story and he served the story well. It wasn't just to sell merchandise or to get kids into the theaters. He actually sells a purpose. Baby Groot is Baby Groot for a reason, which kind of makes sense because that would mean with everything they put Groot through in the first one was all for a marketing ploy just for Guardians of the Galaxies 2. Like, oh, we can just destroy Groot on this one so we can get Baby Groot on the next one and we'll sell even more stuff next time. I don't think the heads of Disney were thinking like that. Like, I don't think, obviously money is an issue, but I don't think they were like, oh, we're gonna do this character's story in this way just so we can sell more toys on the back end. Which if they did, they're geniuses, because most people are in love with Baby Groot. There's a lot of people out there that don't like him. I understand it, like, oh, but hey, I honestly like Baby Groot. I like everything I've seen from him. I'm still upset I can't find his pop. There's a Baby Groot pop out there. I can't find it, but I actually can't wait to get that pop. But that's really all we have today for today's episode for December 12th. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the videos. What else I'm going to tell you? All our links for the videos, my reaction to the Fast and Furious trailer are going to be down the bottom. The link to the Fast and Furious actual trailer should be down the bottom. And the links to all our social medias will be down in the bottom. So check the description. That's where everything will be at. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in and stay lost.